And you believe that?
It's what everybody knows.
If everybody knew what everybody knows, if everybody went where everybody goes, don't you have an opinion of your own?
I don't remember him at all. He died when I was very little, on the night of the great storm.
Your father was an unusual man.
You knew him?
I knew him. He was a good man.
Tell me. Please tell me about him.
He loved life. He bit into it as though it were a juicy apple. And if he found a worm, he spat it out and went right on eating. Good or bad, he used to say, at least it's an experience. Every moment was an experience to him. And every experience further proof of the joyous fact that he was alive. And he had courage, for he dared to be unusual. He dared to be different from the others. He dared to be what he was. He was a man.
Oh, I wish I could prove that to everybody in the village. Perhaps I should go out and seek my fortune and bring back a fine cloak or a bag of gold. I should go out and kill a dragon.
That'd be nice.
Then I'd be a hero, you see.
That's logical.
They keep saying like father, like son, and so if I go out and kill a dragon or a giant or something, they'll know my father was brave and clever and all because like son, like father.
Very logical. All you have to do is find a dragon. Where do you propose to look?
I don't know. I haven't decided.
Something you must have if you're going to be looking for dragons. This. It will help you distinguish dragons from snapdragons. It will help you know the difference between the false and the true.
What is it?
A grain of salt. Very useful in distinguishing fact from fancy, rumor from report, dreams from delusions, gods from demigods, and true greatness from mere bigness.
That's money you're tearing.
Everything works better with a bit of money. It oils the wheels and greases the skids. There it is. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. May I come back? May I come back to tell you how I do?
You may.
Thank you.
You may. Then again, you may not. Where are the white birds flying? Why do they go? Moving across the empty sky, so far from the world below. I hear their far-off crying. The year is dying. Where are the white birds flying? My love, oh my love, my darling, my own. Why, oh why have you left me alone?
This is Jack's house, a modest farm near the foot of a very tall cliff. Jack went into the barn to sprinkle the powder in Stella's store. This is Jack's mother, the widow Tooper. Those steps were swept this morning, but she's that sort of woman.
Jack,
Yes, Mama.
what are you doing there?
I'm hoeing.
Whatever for?
Well, I thought we might plant a nice extra vegetable patch.
At the foot of the cliff? Nothing ever grows at the foot of the cliff. Come here.
Yes, Mama.
Where's the money?
Money?
Come here. How much did the butcher give you?
Butcher?
For Stella, you silly boy.
Stella?
Where's the money?
Well, That's a long story.
I'm listening.
Well, there was this peddler, you see, and he had these wonderful beans. Look, each is a different color. Very valuable beans.
Beans are beans. Where's the money?
Well, I knew how Stella was feeling about it all, so I thought instead of selling her to the butcher, I'd sell her to somebody because perhaps next season she might have a calf. So there was this peddler with the wonderful beans, and I thought
Are you trying to tell me you traded Stella for a handful of beans?
Well, in a way, sort of, after fashion, yes.
His mother was very sad to hear what Jack had done that day. She told her son how wrong it was, and she threw the beans away.
The general gist of her remarks, which you need not hear, for they are somewhat repetitious, is that Jack is a worthless, clumsy ne'er-do-well like his father. If the widow Tooper seems a bit bad-tempered, she should not be judged hastily, for there is nothing really wrong with her that a little happiness wouldn't cure. A little happiness, a little companionship, a little love. But her son, lost in that limbo halfway between childhood and manhood, doesn't understand. He too is unhappy, but without the power to communicate even the blind, helpless sympathy he feels. And this one is scarcely the answer to her problem.
Stones! He's been throwing stones at me! What are you going to do about that?
Anything you say, Otter. Would you like me to do the laundry for you again?
No, I'll cut firewood for you, Mr. Poopledoop.
You cut wood last week. Got plenty firewood.
Well, would you like me to weed your garden?
You weeded the garden day before yesterday, but I need a new wall for my south pasture. Send him over the first thing in the morning.
Yes, Otto, first thing.
Just like other parents. Inefficient. Incompetent. If people would listen to me, the world would run much better. My way of doing things is very much the best. With the money you invest and the food that you digest, the world would run much better. If people would obey me to the letter. Now people should do as I say. It's wrong of people not to. I like spinach, so that's what they should eat. Put mustard on their meat, galoshes on their feet. It's wrong of people not to. 'Cause I'm the one who says they've got to. I know exactly what's right for everybody, and exactly what everybody should always do. My advice is always free and as simple as ABC. I merely insist that you agree that whatever is right for me, that's the thing that's gotta be right for you. I'm the critic and the captain and the king, and the judge and the referee. I know the way your taxes should be filed, how the rubbish should be piled, how to discipline your child. I'm the judge and the referee. So people should listen to me. Now, I don't like to raise my voice, but people are so stupid that I have no choice. People should listen. People should listen. People should listen to me.
The evening air is warm and sweet, and somewhere a meadowlark is confiding its heartbreak to the quiet air. In the distance are the lighted windows of happy homes and the rolling hills and the good farmland, and on the horizon hangs the pale, bent moon. But here a young spirit toils on, climbing its mountain passes, trying to find its way.
The poets say the world is full of wonder and delight. They praise the splendor of her day, the beauty of her night. They say that life's a melody, a song within a song. But when I try to sing the tune, every note I sing is wrong. I come upon a stony wall with every path I choose, and every game I try to play, I lose. Sweet one, be sweet to me, and show me how to find some share of happiness. Oh, lovely world, be kind. Young hearts are hungry hearts with hopes that run too high. Young eyes must weep and watch their little dreams go drifting by.
In the middle of the night, when the moon was bright, while the warm wind blew, and the owl cried, hoo-hoo, the beans began to grow, and to grow, and to grow, and they grew, 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 and they grew. Then the sun came up, and there it was, a mile and a mountain high, strong and green and wonderful to see. A beanstalk taller than the
Producer Showcase will return with Act 2 of Jack and the Beanstalk in just a moment.
This is the dawn of a new day. This is what the new day holds for the American motorist. This is the 1957 Buick, the newest Buick yet. There is something new under the sun, and its name is Buick. For these 1957 Buicks are totally different from anything you have ever known before. In style, in control, in obedience, they're all new right down to the ground. Meet 'em face to face. Roadmaster, top of the finest line of Buicks ever built. Super, the roomiest car of the middle price range. Century, America's greatest power value. And special, biggest value in the lower priced field. They are new in ways you can see. New in body silhouettes, lowered as much as 3.4 inches. New in innovations like this, a Century Caballero estate wagon that brings true hardtop styling to the all-purpose wagon feel. They are new in ways you can feel. New in the instant action of a new variable pitch Dynaflow. So responsive, so flexible, that for the first time, the need for a low range is practically eliminated. They are new in the answer of brilliant new 364 cubic inch V8 engines that pack the greatest horsepower in Buick history. Discover all that's new in the newest Buick yet. See it now at your Buick dealer.
Producer Showcase will return with Act Two of Jack and the Beanstalk after our stations take 30 seconds to identify themselves.
A memorable performance. James Dean on Robert Montgomery Presents tonight.
And now back to Producer Showcase and Act Two of Jack and the Beanstalk, book and lyrics by Helen Deutsch, music by Jerry Livingston.
Jack climbed and climbed. The beanstalk was so tall that he couldn't see the top. Years later, the world asked what made him do it. What led him on and on toward a goal he couldn't even see? And the answer was, there is something in the human soul that sets men above the animals. It emerges in their desire to discover the unknown, to pursue the mysteries, to touch the highest, to see what lies beyond the beyond.
Howdy do.
We don't speak to strangers.
My name is Jack.
That's better.
Howdy do.
Howdy do. Howdy do. Where am I?
Right here.
I mean, what's in there?
Why?
I just like to know.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
3, 5, 4, 5.
See? We told you so.
What was that?
You'll find out when you get in.
He can't get in without a pass.
Well, how do I get a pass?
Impossible.
Then how do I get in?
You don't. Without a pass, it's impossible.
But how does anybody ever get in?
They get a pass.
But how do they... Never mind. I know. It's
Impossible.
The ill-assorted guards go marching twice a day. They march with a rattle and a tootle and a boom in an ill-assorted way. A sword and a hammer and a hoe, a rake and a raggedy mop, and a broom and a bat and a paper hat and a helmet with a feather on top. Now one is fat and one is thin. One goes out where the other goes in. One has rhythm and one has none. And one is eating a cinnamon bun. They march on the avenues. They march on the boulevards. They march with a rattle and a tootle and a boom. The ill-assorted guards. The very handsome guards. The most unusual guards. The noble, fearless, resolute, remarkable, miscellaneous, utterly ill-assorted guards. They march with a rattle and a tootle and a boom in an ill-assorted way. A sword and a hammer and a hoe, a rake and a raggedy mop, and a broom and a bat and a paper hat and a helmet with a feather on top. Now one is fat and one is thin, one goes out where the other goes in. One has rhythm and one has none, and one is eating a cinnamon bun. They march on the avenues, they march on the boulevards, they march with a rattle and a tootle and a boom, the ill-assorted guards, the very handsome guards, the most unusual guards, the noble, fearless, resolute, remarkable, miscellaneous, utterly ill-assorted guards.
Anybody home? Hello?
Who are you?
I'm Jack. He's Jack. He sells cows.
Nonsense. He kills dragons.
He kills dragons and sells cows.
Please, sir, where is Stella?
Never you mind, you'll find her.
When the cows come home.
He is just the boy to do it.
But of course, how clever of you.
So, Jack, we've waited long for you.
For me?
For you.
This is the day.
This is the hour.
This is the man.
Sir Jack, to